This segment is sponsored by Futuro Clinical Trials.
Good morning and welcome back to Daytime with Kimberly and Esteban. Well, Futuro Clinical Trials in McAllen brings the very latest in various medical trials. Their team is 100% dedicated to patients of our Rio Grande Valley community, and they aim to provide safe, quality health care. Today we're joined by Dr. Joseph Caparuso to learn more. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Yourself?
I'm doing well. We're so excited to have you here. And I was wondering if you could tell our audience what exactly Futuro Clinical Trials does.
Well, Futuro Clinical Trials does international and national studies. We look at different problems, whether it be diabetic foot ulcers, whether it be painful diabetic neuropathy. You know, here in the Valley we have a lot of diabetes, right? And so we see a lot of people that are suffering from the complications of diabetes. And hence we try to bring the most advanced, newest therapies to these patients that sometimes couldn't afford the care that we're able to give them. And so it really benefits these people. So we're doing studies to find out if some of these products, some of these instruments, some of these medicines, how well they work and how well they work in our population.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have a passionate and professional team of staff standing by ready to help us. And you already explained some of the treatments. So maybe tell us a little bit more, elaborate on some of those treatments, and tell us about how these products are developed.
Sure. So, for example, we do a lot of work with diabetic foot ulcers. As you know, a diabetic foot ulcer happens in patients with diabetes and lack of sensation. And so they form an ulceration, a wound on the bottom of their foot. And if these don't heal in a certain amount of time, they run the risk of going on to amputation. And we know that about 85% of the amputations that occur in the world occur due to a non-healing ulceration. So we really want to try to heal these ulcerations as quick as possible. So we have different products that are out there on the market, products that have been approved by the FDA and such, that now we're able to use on these patients because the companies want more data on these products. And so we're able to provide at no cost to the patient or to the insurance company the most advanced wound therapy there is. We also have studies that look at plantar fasciitis, which is heel pain, or Achilles tendonitis, or even sometimes bunion pain, where patients will be operated on to see what their pain threshold is. And depending on how they do, they may be in the study. And so we have a varied amount of different studies that attack at different problems that the patient can be experiencing, and all at no cost to them.
I am so glad you mentioned that. You beat me to it. I mean, it's so interesting, but also very expensive, like you mentioned. So the no cost, I mean, that's something very important that we have to keep in mind. Patients can participate in the clinical trials regardless. So tell us a little bit about, more about that, and about how you have all the resources and technology available to make sure that patients are receiving the very best care.
Exactly. So like I said, you know, research is a triple win. You know, it's a win for the companies because they get the data they want. It's a win for Futuro Clinical Trials, but more importantly, it's a win for the patient. These patients that are not able to get this therapy, that may never see this therapy in the Rio Grande Valley, now can get it. We have a study that's a cutting-edge study for the treatment of ulcerations and what we call critical limb ischemia, which is really poor circulation in the foot. And we're injecting a molecule into the thigh muscle, calf muscle, to try to get more circulation down to that foot. This is cutting-edge research that we're doing here in the Valley, and it's so great that we can bring it to the Rio Grande Valley and help our population that suffers so much from the complications of diabetes.
I love it. Thank you so much. Well, there you have it. Futuro Clinical Trials LLC is committed to their goal of having all patients satisfied and cured of any possible foot concerns, so don't hesitate to set an appointment today. If you're interested in one of these studies, please call 956-999-8399, or you can go to futuroct.com to get more information, and one of their specialists will be standing by and happy to talk to you without any obligation.